2002 Nissan Sentra, how to R&R the radiator from above. This video is not going to show you how to go nut by nut, screw by screw to remove it. These are the combined shortcuts I've seen from other YouTube videos. Number one, remove the battery. When you remove the battery, this is only held on by two clips. From the inside, press, release, bring this out. It gives you more room to work with. You can change this radiator from the top. My train of thought was mechanics are not going to put up with changing that, taking the R&R the radiator to remove the cooling fans. Thus, there had to be a way. Watched several tapes. One person mentioned it can be done from above. That's all I had to hear. I YouTube researched how to remove the electric fans. That's the biggest problem. And he said remove the battery. And this is what you do. First of all, you remove the battery, release those clips. You're going to have to go down below, yes, and drain, open the peacock to drain the antifreeze out. Once you get it out, guess what? Here are your three hoses. One person recommended plugging up the transmission lines. I agree. That's what I did. Yes, once you get that fan shroud out, you can see every bit of this. Drain the radiator, take the top hose off, take this off, take your two top nuts off, and one other thing. This transmission cooling line, there's a snap on the bottom of the fan shroud. Just unclip it so it'll come out easy, okay? Now then, I'm going to show you the radiator. Here's a problem with the radiator. I followed the mechanics I used to work with, and I broke the top filler neck off. This is the old one, and I decided, hey, it's coming out. That's before I learned to remove the battery. This is the screw on the original. Guess what? Your replacement doesn't have that silly screw, like a wood screw. So, what it has is a loose nut down there in it. So I took my radiator to the Ace Hardware, went up and down the aisles and found this Allen screw. This is a M6 metric by 16. You do not want to get a long screw or it'll go straight through this. Do not over tighten this or this silly square bolt nut will twist. This is a one-shot deal. Believe me, I've worked with these before. When you go to take this out, it's going to destroy this radiator. If you're lucky, you might can have enough to put a wire tie in it, a zip tie. Let's see. Oh, this is the clip I'm talking about at the very bottom of the transmission line that's going to be on the bottom. I hope this is helpful. One other thing. I noticed on one of the tapes, to get the air bubbles out, once you have everything back together, of course, bottom radiator, top radiator hose, is you actually squeeze. After you put antifreeze in it, you squeeze this, and the air bubbles come out. It helps purge the antifreeze. You squeeze this until the bubbles keep coming off. Of course, you got the radiator cap off. Then you go to this top one, and you squeeze it, and it squeezes the air out. Otherwise, you're going to be purging, getting the bubbles out by letting it sit there and run and add antifreeze. But this is another quick step. I hope this is helpful. I didn't show you nut by nut, but I did show you how to do it. If you've got this far, you know what to do. Just be careful and think of the mechanics. They're not going to take that radiator out and drain the antifreeze. They're on flat rate time. They're flying. Aloha. I hope this tape is helpful.